Yeah, we have to keep our Trump impersonations to like
Fuck.
maximum 5. That's honestly pretty generous numbers, I think.
That's pretty generous.
I realize I do it way too much in like everyday conversation.
We were doing the drum and Millie was just getting increasingly irritated with it. She's like, okay, we get it. You can do it.
Wait, was she?
Yeah, dude, she's getting mad at us.
Oh, yes, because we kept doing it on the street. Yeah. Jesus, that was so loud.
All right.
That was like deafening.
Okay, so my mic is working, is what you're telling me?
It is working. Hello, I am Ian, and
I am Lee. Thank you for having me.
Yes, a very special guest, permanent guest. For today's show, we will be discussing.
We're going through the agenda.
We will be addressing some very hot topics. I think we can kick it off by discussing why we are qualified to have such a tremendous show. I just said a trigger word. I'm sorry about that. That was.
This is gonna be harder than we thought.
Yes, we're trying not to do. We're trying not to do Trump impersonations, and as you know, tremendous is
I like how while saying that we're trying not to do Trump impersonations, you break out into one.
Well, I mean, you have to, because I don't know if people actually know, but the tremendous word is a very good, like, it's a good primer into the Trump impersonation. So the people.
No, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, because it locks you in, it gets you there.
Yeah.
At least for us, it does.
It hits all of those syllables that Trump really, they really defines the Trump voice. Tremendous.
Tremendous.
Why'd I even say tremendous? I don't know.
You said the podcast was tremendous.
Okay, yes, tremendous show. So our goal is to get 10 subscribers by like 8 months from now. I think that's what it was, or was it 7 months? I think we were running out of time.
I don't remember. I think it's 7 months. I think 7 was the last one you said.
Okay. Yeah, I basically just was saying like every other week we were losing a month, but that's basically how these things go.
God damn it.
I don't know. I wasn't actually keeping.
Honestly, I don't. Yeah. Fuck. Honestly, I just believed you. Wait.
But
I'm just realizing. Sorry, I don't have my water bottle.
Uh-oh. You're gonna die.
Also, I left underwear on the bed. This doesn't count. But anyway,
with that blue object behind you.
No, that's the shirt. It's the object under it.
Oh,
that
well, no one can tell.
Underwear.
There's so much shit behind me. Like, so why are we qualified to have a show?
Why are we qualified?
Well,
it's indisputable that we're qualified. I think for the first reason, and I think the first reason being that the easiest one to make is that we have decades of speaking experience.
That is true. We have lots of speaking experience. Almost 3 decades.
Speaking, most of my life. Yeah, I don't know. When did you learn? When was your first word?
6 or 7. 2 or 3 years. 2 years old. I don't know.
Why didn't we? Okay, we should have made a rule for that. That's it. That's all you get. Okay. You're done.
Natural occurrence.
That's the last one. Natural. Yeah, that was not natural. 2 or 3. So yeah, we combined. I mean, we've got like at least 40 years of speaking experience.
Easily. Yes.
So.
And I think the most qualified people to start a podcast are 2 white dudes with mics. I think it seems like that's the only requirement, actually.
Well, I actually don't have a mic. You have a mic. I don't. So we're actually still not quite there in terms of qualification.
We're cutting it close. 2 white dudes with 1 mic. I mean, that's close enough.
I mean, 2 white dudes gets you like 90% of the way there, and then like each of the mics is like your mic is 5%, my mic is 5%, so we're sitting at 95%, right?
That's a passing grade, which is more than we could ever ask for, realistically.
That's an A. That's not even a passing grade. That's a great grade.
Amen.
So But podcasts are supposed to be funny. Sometimes.
Yes, of course.
That
Is always the goal.
So, what degree of qualifications do we have in that area?
Our qualifications, we have repeatedly told people in our lives that we would be capable of doing stand-up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you think you'd be great at stand-up, huh?"
You were getting there.
Yeah, I mean, we've basically come up with some rough sketches for a 5-minute stand-up routine, and I think they're funny.
Oh yeah. They're funny to us.
I mean, you had that one bit. If you want to go into it, then your plan was the notebook full of poop jokes. Oh God.
I'm sorry. I honestly completely forgot about the notebook full of poop jokes. So yeah, no, the notebook full of poop jokes. I think it's a very solid bit. You go. Well, actually, I'm not even sure I remember it properly now. But you go up on the stage. You tell a couple. You tell poop jokes, right? I think I get up. I say some poop jokes. They bomb probably, and then I'm like, I gotta stop telling poop jokes or something like that, dude. I'm not remembering the bit right. I gotta stop telling poop jokes. But then I'm like, does anyone? I like get the. Oh, that's right. And I start turning the pages to see if I can find like a different joke. But every page I turn to is poop, and I'm like, I gotta get a different book. So I hand the book to a member of the audience. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. Can you hand me a different book? And I open it. And then it's like, it's all pee jokes.
Oh, that was the twist. It was all pee jokes.
The twist is that's all pee jokes.
Okay. I thought the bit was that you asked like your assistant to get you another notebook, and you're just flipping through it, and it's like, it's all poop. It's all poop. There's nothing I can do.
I think that was one of, but the twist is that there's then a notebook that's all pee jokes as well. Gotcha. I'm like, oh, finally, something's not a poop joke and it's a pee joke. Mm. And then the other one was like a therapy, like a group of people in therapy talking about like how they're having a really hard time sleeping at night, and one of them's talking about, they're all talking about like that they can't stop. I mean, they're just like, they can't stop thinking. They feel like it's really frustrating. And there's this one guy that he's like, yeah, man, it's relentless. It's just like, it's over and over and over and over again, nonstop. And then at the end, it turns out that he's talking about having diarrhea. That's why he can't sleep at night. And
Wait, so you set it up like it's therapy, but in the end, the twist is
it's therapy, and everyone there is talking about like serious, mental health issues preventing them from being able to sleep. But one of them is you begin to realize as they continue to describe the experience, you begin to realize that they're talking about they can't stop shitting, and that's what's keeping up at night.
So both these are about poop jokes. Failed again on that count.
Yes, they're both poop jokes. But poop is funny. I stand by that. Poop is funny.
I mean, yes, poop is. We can all agree poop is hilarious. Funny as it gets.
Exactly. And those are actual. And I'd like to point out that I'm not going to say these two things that I just said here were good jokes, but they were jokes. And that's more than can be said for some popular podcasters, including our arch rival. The arch rival and enemy of this podcast at this very moment. And actually the main reason we took this on was because of Adam Friedland, notorious jokester. Prankster. But we've never heard him tell a joke.
Exactly.
Have you ever heard him tell a joke?
No, I haven't heard him tell a joke. I had read one of his tweets that was probably a joke, but it was so dry. If you feigned ignorance, it wasn't a joke. So that's not going to cut it for me. I need something more, a little more slapstick, a little more direct from him.
A little more moist of a joke.
Exactly. way too dry.
Yeah.
So.
It is, yeah. Well, and I feel like he's so, like, he's... I don't know. I just want to hear him tell a joke.
Yeah.
That's all. I want to get him on the spot and have him tell me a joke. And I think that's one of the other goals of this podcast, actually, is that if we are successful, we will have Adam Friedland on this podcast, and we will put him on the spot, and he will tell us a joke.
That is the goal, Lee. That is the goal. We'll see if we can make that happen. It's pretty lofty, but I mean, worst comes to worst, get a guy with some moppy hair out the street and call him Adam and get him to say a poop joke and you're there. But
it's true. I mean, he's a comedian, so it shouldn't be hard. The joke part shouldn't be hard, theoretically.
That's true. Maybe for
getting him on the podcast.
Maybe 10 subscriber special, we can have Adam Friedland on the show.
I like that. We'll have to get working on that immediately.
Yeah, we'll get in touch with the agents, get their agents interact a bit and get that figured out.
I mean, he's going to be dying to be on our show when the time comes.
For sure.
We're not even going to have to reach out. He'll be reaching out to us.
I mean, he's going to want some publicity, so...
Yeah. Exactly. So... have we covered all the reasons we're qualified?
There weren't many, so...
we do have a pros and cons list we're kind of working off of here. So I think we touched on the reasons we're qualified. The reasons that we are not qualified.
Bit longer,
but let's hear it.
So starting off, we don't actually do that much stuff. I think to make a funny podcast, you gotta be like... I mean, we do stuff. Let's be fair. We do some stuff. But, to have a good podcast, you gotta have some stories to tell. And updating those regularly. I do have stories, but, you gotta have some, if you're gonna be doing it every week, you gotta have fresh stuff to say,
Yeah. Do you think we need to, do more stuff now?
Yes. I mean, if we're gonna get 10 subscribers in 8 months, 7 months, we're going to need to be doing a lot of stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Might be a deal breaker. But
okay. Well, no, we can keep going, but that's fine.
Listen, we've lived enough life, 27, 28 years of life. That's at least 50 episodes right there, easy. Once maybe 51, maybe it's going to be a bit harder.
That's true. I mean, we got stories to tell.
Oh, wait a minute. We got stories to tell.
We lived a few lives when we were teenagers, and I feel like that, we packed on a lot of stuff there that we can share.
100%. And I think the problem is big podcasts. They lose their relatability because they become rich and famous, and they don't do normal people things, and then no one wants to listen to them again. So, not saying we'll ever get there, but obviously.
Well. So long as we don't get there, we will always be relatable. That's actually, that's a qualification.
That is a qualification.
We will likely not succeed, therefore we will be relatable.
Our odds of succeeding are so low that we will stay relatable. That is true. I think the only limitation there is probably getting old, because no one above the age of 30 would probably want to listen to us speak, I would assume. Maybe 35.
Well, we'll probably keep our fans, as we move our 10 subscribers, because they'll also get older.
That is true. They'll grow with us. Yes.
And podcasts, they'll be using podcasts in the future, I suspect.
It's true. I suspect so.
Yeah. We do have a bit of a political issue as well.
Yes. Quite a large political issue on our hands.
And the
issue
might be alienating some listeners.
Yes, we might be alienating some listeners with this. And Lee, you managed to avoid the accusations thus far, thanks to the redaction of several names on the list. Lots of redactions. But yes, Lee has indeed visited Little St. James, Epstein Island, many times.
Yeah.
He's very close with them.
I had no idea what was going on. It's been shocking for me to learn. Look, I'm just like everyone else. I'm reading these files and I'm just agape.
Oh, that's an interesting word. So what were you doing on the island then?
I just like
Gardener?
No, well, I mean, he was just like a really, just really fun to talk to.
Oh, Epstein himself.
Yeah, it's really fun to talk to.
Okay.
He got the Israeli prime minister on the phone one time while we were having a discussion, and I was just really impressed by that. I just think.
So all your best friends were there.
Oh yeah. Me and Gnome.
Oh.
We were having a great time.
Noam Chomsky. R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Whenever truth comes out.
I wonder if the consent on Epstein Island was manufactured.
Someone must have tweeted that, right? Like we must have.
Listen, he literally wrote the book on it. Like he wrote the book.
That is true.
I mean, I feel like
that is true.
Like, the rape that's statutory rape, is that underage rape? Is that what it is?
Yes.
I feel like that is manufactured consent in some ways. That's a.
Someone's manufacturing it, whether it exists or not. Yeah. That's a good point.
Mm. So
they were meant to be. That's probably why. Because I feel like that was what I read, that he was very fascinated by that Gnome's work. So maybe he had a deeper appreciation for that than we could have expected.
Maybe he's just like you. Just enjoy the good times, the good conversations with good people.
Just really good conversation. Good people. Oh yeah, dude. Let me tell you something. It is an honor and a privilege if you ever get the chance to say that you've blown Bubba, and I'm proud to say that I fall into that category.
Blown Bubba. Oh my god. Did you see the AI image of that?
No.
There was a picture, like, there's probably AI generated of Trump fellaciating Bubba, but it's obviously fake.
Probably AI?
Probably, yes. Is fellaciating the correct word there? I feel like that's right.
Could be.
Fellatio.
Yeah. I guess I've never heard that, but I suspect it's real. My fucking... Sorry, this is yo-yo stuck to my finger.
Incredible stuff.
I can't fucking get this damn Google Doc to stay open.
Oh, what? Okay, never mind. You got it. You figured it out.
No, I got the yo-yo off.
Right. I'm gonna pull the doc on my phone too, just so I can.
Yeah, no. Well, no, I had it on my phone. It just kept closing on me. It's kind of. Yeah, we're really. This is talk about a rough draft. This is definitely a rough draft.
You're doing great.
We have to get it out. We just have to. We have to.
No, that's the thing. If you want 10 subscribers in 8 months, you got to get it on the field. You got to put it on the. Got to put those thoughts to the paper. Put it in the paper real quick.
That is true.
We have a lofty goal.
That's true. It's not. That's got to happen.
And I've heard,
somehow.
You won't get subscribers unless you ask people to subscribe. So by requesting 10 subscribers, the one person that clicks on this video might feel very inclined to do so.
That's a very good point.
I can't even open the document on my. All right, there we go.
Okay, I've got the doc here. So we've. So the issue at hand was not actually my relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, which
that's just going under the rug.
Again, well, no, that was a completely normal good relationship. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
The real problem that we have on this podcast is that we have left-wing political views.
Yes. And that is immediately puts a target on your back and ostracizes your largest audience, which is young men.
Yeah.
We have no interest in progressive politics, unlike us.
No. No, it's, I don't, like, what can we do about that? How can we fix that?
How can we fix that? Our politics or the young men? Or both?
That's a good question.
Our politics, I don't think they can be fixed.
They're permanently broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. The young men, I mean, they've got to listen to the podcast. And I think it's going to benefit them.
That's true. I think the classic example of if you listen to two progressive bros broing out, they might feel a little connection there, a little love, you know?
Yeah. And that's, this podcast is about love. It's not about hate.
It is about love. That's exactly right. Two soy boys just shooting the shit. So that's the goal, you know, just say soy boys aren't that bad.
We're here to set the record straight.
Trying to reclaim the title.
Is my face just like turning white?
Dude, you're getting white. Blasted. You're getting absolutely blasted.
What the hell?
You gotta turn the light down or something. You're getting absolutely blasted.
This thing is obliterating me. What?
You're staring at the sun, dude.
Is that? That's still like, what the hell?
Because I'm like quite dark.
I can turn this off. That just seems a little bit like the overcorrect.
Just stay blasted. You know, you can address your settings in episode 15 or whatever.
Yeah, I just need this. He's all just kind of down there. Yeah.
The noises.
Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
It's not that. It's not better at all. I'll just back up. No, but I can't back away because then you can't hear me.
It looks fine. Listen.
This is a podcast. It's a podcast.
It's about
That's
the
a good
audio.
point. It's really about being the audio. You're right. It's the audio. It's the audio. Okay. So we've got left-wing political views. That's a problem for the young men. Women are definitely not going to be listening to this podcast. So that's the biggest issue, I think, right there, is that not only are we alienating the young men, but the women are never.
I thought we had a plan.
I just don't think that's going to be.
I thought we had a plan to co-opt the women. Yeah, we had some ideas on how to get women listeners.
I don't remember having a plan for that, personally.
What did Trump say? Concepts of a plan?
We have concepts
of a plan how to get women audience. And it's definitely not going to be doing Trump impersonations, that's for damn sure.
Tell you what, that's number 3 in my book. You got 2 left.
Shit, you get 5 each or 5 total?
Are you gonna ask if you can bank some of mine, if I could donate some of mine to you later on in the...
That's what he said, you know, concepts of a plan, so...
He did say that. That is true.
Yes.
So that's an issue. The other issues I think are a little bit more kind of front and center, which are that we are impossible to understand. We mumble constantly. I feel like I never quite say a word. Like every word I say is kind of wrong in some way. And we also use made up words and have inside jokes. And we think that they're funny. And really that's, I think, the root of the problem with us having a podcast is that so much of the things that we find amusing are inside jokes. And so even though we think we're funny, will other people think we're funny? I think that's the question.
You know, the hope is that the audience is they're in on the joke eventually.
Yeah, we're gonna bring them in. We're gonna bring them into the joke. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
Now I was trying to think of an inside joke that we have, and it's like I've got nothing.
There's probably like too many to even
Yeah.
keep track of.
Yeah. No, they just kind of come at.
Deer community, for example. I'm not even going to get into the deer community. I'm not going to get started on it. But
I did. Well, deer. Oh, the churning stomach. That's
churning stomach, GI fever. Yes.
GI fever. That's a banger. That
one honestly is funny to everyone. We've done that.
That's an outside joke.
That's true.
Oh, that's right. And then we have a complete lack of volume control. And we actually find loudness to be amusing. That the louder you are, the funny you are, inherently.
I think that there is some truth that loud is funny. I think especially your mic is not that good. So if you crashed out right now and you're just like the peaking of the audio would make me laugh.
Yeah, no.
So it is funny sometimes.
That is true. No, that's a good point. Like when you're really crashing out, like if you're like raging in a game or something.
Exactly. I think that if you do the loud equals funny in like this sort of millennial way, derogatory, that's not good. Or like, yeah.
Derogatory?
Derogatory. I was saying millennials with derogatory.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I have to be careful with that.
Yeah,
I'm a cusper.
I mean, we're treading lightly on them. To say the least.
Fair. That's fair. Wait, sorry, I'm getting lost here. Oh wow, yeah. So loud is funny, I think. Having fights, hilarious. Arguments, extremely funny.
I agree.
Which is, I think, has been an issue for our friend group specifically because I am argumentative and loud.
Yes.
By my own nature.
Yes.
And I feel like sometimes, I'll be loud and argumentative because I'm trying to get to the truth. I'm trying to get to I'm trying to solve a problem, but sometimes I'm being kind of fed.
Exactly.
Encouraged to get louder and more argumentative, which I do. Sometimes I know that it's a joke, but sometimes I don't. And either way, I still get louder and more argumentative. So it doesn't really make a difference.
I have the perfect example to bring all these full circle in one go of our pros and cons here. So
let's hear it.
Recently, we decided to throw it back and record a home video, and no, not that kind, but like a funny Smosh style video, and we were trying to do this all on New Year's Eve one night, so it was pretty time crunched. Things were getting a little hairy. We weren't going to make it. We did make it. Spoiler. Great video too, but so Lee had some very specific ideas about how this, not necessarily the plot. He wasn't very interested in the plot. He was more so interested in the ways that we can stitch together scenes. So naturally, he had a pretty strong theory that we should use transitions to connect these scenes where he walks between rooms. And he got very heated about this, and we were getting some arguments, some loud arguments, and this ties back into what we were saying about the politics, because I made a joke about how everything is transitions now. It's all trans, because Lee was arguing for you needed these transitions.
The transitions are important. And we did. There were transitions in the video.
Exactly. There were transitions. That's true. So the problem comes back to the politics because our friend's wife was there, and I made a joke saying everything is trans now because I felt political safe space. I'm amongst my progressive allies. We were all we support trans people. Obviously, doesn't even need to be said amongst us because it's so obvious. Our friend's wife was there, and he had to say, I don't know exactly what he said, but he was like, "They're kidding, like they're joking."
I didn't realize that. I missed that entirely. Probably because I was probably pretty focused on making my point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, clearly, I never succeed because if y'all had understood what I was trying to say, we would have done it that way.
I mean, yes, of course. But the point is, those are not our strong suits. But also, that was incredibly funny. That whole situation was very funny, and especially tying in the jokes to politics, 'cause everything's political. Was very funny, and
It's true.
even our friend of like 20 years, he had to explain to his wife that we were kidding, which is I don't know how we. I thought she would have known because I was comfortable making a type of joke, but no.
Just another woke liberal.
Or the woke mob.
Not a woke mob, absolutely.
Yes.
So now I think you can transition. Wait. Sorry. Let me do this right. Let me do this correctly. Let's talk about your dog's butts.
Okay, I didn't know we had to add bestiality to the cons list, but here we go.
That was not my understanding of what we would be discussing.
That's not what we're discussing. That's
okay.
not what we're discussing. So, recently visited my parents. They have two very sweet pugs. They're pretty small. They're pretty cute, I'll admit. They're quite kind, but they're insane, as a lot of pugs are. But they're very gross. And they have this weird slime that comes out of their butt. And it stinks so badly. Like, I don't know how to describe the smell. It's like rotting fish and poop combined in some, like, some toxic smell. And they get it all over the blankets because they, like, they're, like, basically cats. So they have to be on you at all times, like, wiping their butt and everything. And their tails are, like, curved, so their butt's just constantly exposed. Yeah. So they're just wiping that shit on everything. Like, the floor, the walls. Okay, not the walls, but probably. Yeah, and they call it butt juice.
Wait, who calls it that? Your parents?
My parents call it butt juice, yes.
It's a really bad smell.
It is.
It's actually one of the worst smells I've ever experienced, and I don't think I've experienced it with your dogs, but my cat, she has a little bit of a butt juice situation going on as well. And if you pick her up when she doesn't want to be picked up, sometimes she'll just kind of like let a little bit out, and it's terrible.
She weaponizes it? Oh my god.
I think so. Yeah, I think it. Well, I don't know if it's a weapon more, or if it's more like she's startled, and so a little bit kind of just pops out unexpectedly. But it smells so fucking bad. It just like sticks to you. Like it can't be washed off easily.
Yeah,
like
same,
it's not. Yeah, like it's like meant to hold its scent and its place very, very thoroughly.
Like the deepest skid marks you've ever seen on clothes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, but I mean, it's like but it's not shit. That's the problem. I wish it were shit. If it were shit, it would be so much better. But it's true. It's beyond that. It's like meant. I mean, I think it's designed. I think it's like for leaving their scent or something, and so it's like a particularly strong smell.
It's like shit perfume.
It is. It's shit perfume. It's worse though. It's worse than that. I mean,
yeah.
Shit isn't even accurate. But I mean, I guess butt juice in a way is like maybe the only way to describe it, because it is not shit. To call it shit would be to undersell the severity of that smell. 100%. And actually, I one time had this thing where Toby the cat was actually like basically right here in front of me, like I'm sitting right now at my desk, and she was kind of in front of me in my way, so I was like, let me pick you up. And I picked her up like this, kind of by the shoulders, so that like her legs are down, kind of got her over my shoulder here, and her butt was, pointed that way. And I witnessed the butt juice shoot out onto everything on my desk. my keyboard, my tablet, my mouse, my desk, everything.
That's
like
so gross. Oh my god.
And it was brown, but it was not poop. I promise you it was not poop. I wish if it had been poop, God, it would have been so much better if it had been poop. I wish she'd shit over my fucking keyboard, because that would have been a better outcome. It smelled so bad, it permeated throughout the entire fucking bedroom. I had to just scrub everything off, and it took, it didn't go away quickly. I had to put 2 fans, one fan in my window facing outwards, and then another fan in my doorway to pull air from the house into my room and out. And then, love is love.
Amen.
And then, I had to, yeah.
I mean, that sounds like the most disgusting thing. I don't know. It already makes me want to vomit smelling that. I think I probably would have lost my mind.
Dude, the smell was I'm so rarely made a smell rarely gets me to the point of wanting to throw up, and that is a smell that's made me want to throw up.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of smells that make me want to throw up. Like one time I went to the state fair, and it was just there were so many smells I just threw up. There's too many. There's too many smells.
How old were you when this happened?
I don't know, 12, maybe.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that's why I never wanted to go to the state fair.
To be fair, there are a ton of smells at the state fair.
Yes.
It's things being fried, other things that are being cooked, literal horse shit,
yep,
because there's always cows around somewhere in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
The gas, because there's generators going all over the place, so it kind of smells like gas.
Yep.
You
got the BO of rednecks running around in Under Armour gear. It's pretty toxic.
The sweat is not being wicked as much as they would.
No, not that polyester, that's for sure.
No.
You got cigarettes.
Oh yeah, cigarette. How did I forget cigarettes? Yeah. No, it's just this alcohol. Yeah, the smells are just everywhere. When I was a kid, I really liked going. But looking back, why would I ever want to do that?
No. There's so many people too.
They did make hush puppies. The people was the main problem.
It's so crowded. There's 10 million.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna have a terrible fucking time. Just trying to navigate around people.
I mean, that's why I never wanted to go, but I feel like people were always trying to get us to go. Not to name drop someone with a name again, but bro, I'm not going to the state fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. No, I get that. But but then I think, doing things is good for you,
It is, that's true. But that is, you get the flu immediately. If you probably get the flu, salmonella, gonorrhea. You get lots of things at the state fair, just, contracting diseases.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Not good for you.
No, I don't. But there was this guy who carved pumpkins, who was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
You saw? Okay, yeah, he was cool. And he carved, because he didn't carve, he didn't just cut holes. He, literally carved the pumpkin, and then when you put the candle in, the exterior of the pumpkin, he was chiseling marble or something. And then you put the candle in, you could see, the light would travel through the flesh of the pumpkin.
Yeah.
He was good at that.
Incredible stuff. Sorry.
That's 4.
Incredible, yeah. Work over.
Yeah. It was very good.
Yes.
A lot of people are saying that.
Many people are saying, thank you for your attention to this matter.
Thank you for your attention to this matter.
That's the classic one.
It's very important.
Really important
matter. It's a really, really, really important matter.
Okay, so just sipping on my coffee that I got today at the coffee shop. there's like, I live in LA and there's like probably 10 different coffee shops I could go to at any given moment in my radius. So I went to one that I'm not even close to becoming regular at. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. I might end up being one. But anyway, dude, there's too many coffee shops and I go too often. But the problem is, so there's one right down my street, and it's a nice coffee shop. They have good coffee, reasonably priced. It's like seriously a block away, like a 2-minute walk. So I do end up going there a lot. But I always order the same thing. The baristas don't rotate very much. I just ask for a cold brew, and they're like, "Yep, here you go." But I haven't broken the wall to becoming a regular yet, where they're like, "Hey, what's up? I know you. You want the usual, man?"
Is that how they talk at the?
No, it's like 20-somethings with tattoos and colored hair. Like they are kind of an archetype, sadly. But
the voice, that voice, it reminds me of like a character in Star Wars who works at a cantina.
That's basically
yeah, like a puppet. A puppet alien behind a bar, basically.
Yes, that's what you should imagine. A puppet alien behind a trendy LA coffee bar.
So you've now. How long have you been living in LA?
Like 6 months, maybe 7.
6 months. Can you really become a regular in that short of a time? Because maybe what it is, because I've thought about it a little bit more. It's not just like, oh, you're becoming a regular, or that like if you go a lot and get the same thing, you're a regular. Because a regular has to like come for a long time.
Hang out?
So, well, no.
Oh, like, you mean like
maybe they think, like maybe they think like, oh, this guy, he's coming, he thinks he's a regular. Oh, he's a regular now. But then one day you'll just stop showing up. And if they decided to make you a regular, remembering, your order, all that stuff, and then you disappear one day, it would all been a waste. So maybe it takes like a year.
No, but the thing is, I feel like you can sort of feel when someone's like, this dude is coming here like 50 times or the same thing. You can feel sort of what's like, oh, it's a little bit awkward because I know what this guy's gonna get. But like, we just haven't broken that wall. That's what I'm saying. I'm not quite a regular yet because I'm not personable enough to be like, the usual place, sir. Which I think is required.
You need to do that. Yeah, you need to go in there and be more jovial.
I'm like nice and I tip them well, so I'm sure they don't hate me. Like I usually tip them $1 for cold brew, which is like, you're just pouring a cup, bro. Like you're pouring a. Like literally, they just pour.
How much does the cold brew cost?
Like $5.50.
Okay, so that's a little under 20%.
Listen, they open the fridge, they grab the pitcher, they pour it into your cup and they hand it to you.
Oh, so Mr. Karl Marx is about to tell me why you don't think we should be giving big tips to the barista.
Listen, I tip them every single time. I'm just saying they must be like, it's nice enough, regular enough. He comes in, gets the same thing, but I just haven't broken that wall, and I don't know how to do it. I think I just have to actually be socially adept, which is an interesting challenge.
Well, you gotta go in there and kind of like walk in, like open up the arms, give them the old like, hey, how the kids doing? You know what I mean? Like give them a little bit of that. Long time no see, and then like say a joke or something that's kind of offensive, and then be like, "I'm just busting your balls," like give them that kind of thing.
I don't know how I can say that.
You kidding me? Come on, man. You got, if you're not busting their balls, how can you be a regular?
Hey, look what it is behind the freaking counter, man. You're here again. Would you look who's here? This guy practically lives here. You been serving it up right, man, or what? You been serving it up good?
When we get this place, huh?
It didn't even register what you said. That was so loud.
I said, when are they going to let you out of this place? You know?
True. When are you gonna come out from behind the bar? Come on. Yeah, maybe one day.
That's worth more than a 20% tip. You know?
Yeah.
Honestly, if you do that, you won't even have to tip them anymore because they'll be like, I'm so smitten with this person that I don't even want their money.
Yeah.
They'll probably start giving you money. They'll give you a tip. So they'll be like, this guy is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so happy this guy's here. We want to subsidize it in some way so that he'll keep coming.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think actually, where I used to live, I think one of the people knew me because they like recognized me, and they did ask if I wanted to be sure.
Was this in Durham?
No, in Carborough.
Wait, really? In Carborough?
Yes.
I feel like those baristas, I feel like, are very similar to. Are they not similar to the ones you'd have in LA?
Oh yeah, they're the
I feel like we had some.
exact same.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as I feel like we had like the dyed hair, the tattoos, like so if you could reach that point with them, I think you could reach that.
You gotta take into account the southern effect, so they were nicer.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And also smaller town, a little more local, you know.
Yeah, there's like less people to. It's
people
easier to
see
become a
every
regular.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Although that place is pretty busy, but there's probably like lots of people who would be regulars.
I mean, I started to recognize the regulars. Like there's that one dude there who always brushed his teeth at the table. Yep, every single time he's there, he's brushing his teeth. And there's the one dude who has like a wizard cane and is talking to himself. But I think he's like a staple. He's a staple, like, you know.
Yeah,
There's always got to be one.
He probably works there.
I don't think he's employed there, at least.
I don't know. Throw that on a resume. I've got a wizard staff, and I talk to myself. I think that could get you somewhere.
I mean,
how many years of speaking? How many years of speaking experience do you think he has?
Oh, he's got a lot. He's got a lot under his belt. That's for
He's
sure.
got extensive speaking experience.
No, he's got.
Yeah, I became. No, what?
Go ahead.
No, I
You became.
I became a regular at a corner store near my house, but like that didn't happen till like the past year or so.
But how do you know you're there?
Because they talk to me when I go up to the counter. They say stuff like more than just like, "Can I take your order?" Or not. Sorry, that's not what they say. But
walking up to the bodega counter. Can I take your order?
That sounds like a trippy, like, could I have... Actually, they, sell, pickled eggs or something there, apparently, but they put it directly into a plastic bag, someone told me, and they're red, but...
I can imagine you being high and going up to the bodega counter and be like, can I get a Mountain Dew and some Doritos? And they'll be like, yeah, it's right there, bro. It's right behind you. Like, oh, thanks.
This place has terrible service.
They made me get it myself.
Leave such a bad review. Yeah. No, but...
What do they ask you?
It'll be more like they'll make comments about, the weather and stuff, or...
Oh, weather. You're in there.
100%. I feel like there was one time where someone was in the store and they were kind of acting crazy, and then they left, and then the owner kind of turned to me and was like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, I returned that I was like, yeah, we get it. Me and you, we get it.
Yeah.
That guy was weird.
So you built some rapport.
No, I think
that makes sense.
It took years.
Yeah, I guess that's true. A corner store is definitely really transitive. You
yeah.
Sorry,
that's true. A lot of people.
I said transit.
That's not a Trump impression. You can say that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you're right. Especially
short time in there.
Yeah, especially in a city, there's not a lot of people. Like, yeah, people come, people go, and yeah, once like a couple of years go by, and they're like, "Oh, you're like, we haven't gotten rid of you," then they're like, "We have to start being nice to you now."
Yeah.
So you got some time.
Yeah, that's true. I think all I have to do is just break that third wall because there actually is one that's like basically connected to my apartment, and he knows it's like a really small one. I don't think anyone even knows it exists really, but I do go there, and last time I went, he's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while," and I was like,
So, so what is it that you just don't want to? You want to be a regular at this other coffee place? Is that what it is?
"So this
You
this place doesn't have cold brew, so I don't go there that much. I only go there if I want like a latte, which isn't that often." So
Okay.
yeah, but he's
Yeah.
pretty
What's
chill,
the
you know?
temperature? What's the temperature right now out over there right now?
71.
Let me just check the weather real quick. It's 71.
Yeah. Dude, you know that feeling in spring? Like, well, I don't. Some people don't. Like, people in Southern California probably don't. But there's the feeling in spring where it's like the air smells good and like you're like everything is amazing. I had that today.
Yeah.
I had that today walking outside.
It is 37 at the moment, and it feels like 27.
Damn.
So I did not have that feeling today. Let me tell you.
I can imagine.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I did not have that feeling today. Did not. I did not have that feeling. No.
I think that might be number 6.
Wait, I thought it was.
Oh, we have our own counts? Oh, fine. All right, you got 4 more.
You thought, wait, so you were just gonna use every single
you
Trump
weren't
impression?
using them. You weren't using them.
Oh, that's fucked up. That you thought you just taken every single Trump impression.
Hey, collectivism, you know? We share the burden. To each their own, according to their abilities, you know, their means or whatever.
So your abilities as a Trump impersonator are better than mine. So
No, I don't think that's true.
well, thank you for taking on that burden. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I had crossed the line.
No, I'm just eager.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Let's talk about lesbians and fishing.
Lesbian fishing?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd like you to tell me about it because I don't actually know what you're talking about.
Lesbian fishing probably is a thing, but that isn't what I'm talking about. There's a... What?
Sorry. No, just go ahead, though.
Sorry. Okay. There's this group of people on TikTok who A, are lesbian, and B, love to fish, and C, they love Fortnite. And I just think that's an incredible...
I love Fortnite.
Yes, Fortnite and fishing and lesbian. And I think that's an incredible... incredible group of people. And maybe that's, that's me saying... like they're similar to me because granted I don't like fish. Well, I do like fishing. I'm just not a fisher by trade.
Yeah.
I do like Fortnite.
Are some of these people fishers by trade?
No,
Like,
they're
are
not.
they-
They're not. But it's for hobby, for sport. But
But like, so what? Why? Like, are there content creators who are on there like, and their videos are 3 things: fishing. Sorry, 2 things: fishing and Fortnite.
well, 3
And they
then.
happen to be lesbian.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
Is that a topic? Being lesbian?
Yeah, so I think that is a topic.
Okay. So those are the 3 topics. When did this start?
I've been seeing it for years. And TikTok shows you what you want to see. To be fair,
Yeah.
so perhaps it thinks I want to see it because I just think it's cool, and I'm like, shit, I would be friends with you. That sounds awesome. I would love to go fishing,
I mean,
play Fortnite.
it sounds like it's right.
And
If,
you know what it is? I'm just realizing this now. It's because most of the dudes who love fishing in Fortnite, most of them are dudes, and most of them are just like ruthless hogs. They're just ruthless hogs,
Yeah.
aka Republicans. and there's basically that means I don't really want to hang out with them at all because, don't think we'll have
So
much in common, much humor in common. But then I'm like,
yeah,
look at these lesbian women who I would have lots in common with. Politics, fishing, Fortnite.
yeah. No, that's true. That's true. That you would have you'd be able to connect. Maybe that's like where your people are.
I think honestly probably is realistically.
I mean, I feel like I am friends with a lot of either lesbian or bi women,
Same, yes.
and yeah, I hadn't really thought about that, and it's pretty nice.
I think that we
We have a lot of shared interests.
gay women fill the void of straight men in this situation, sort of.
They do that in more than one situation, I guess. I mean,
Wow,
What?
that's true. I didn't think about that. You're right.
yeah. Honestly, this is masculinity 101 right here. Toxic masculinity 101 is I feel like they always talk about the thing is women are becoming gay or bi because straight men are so just intolerable, they're just so unacceptable as a group of people that they simply you cannot mate with them at all.
True. True.
And but we haven't touched on the part where you just also sometimes can't be friends with them. They're just so insufferable that.
Who?
And once again,
Straight men. Yes.
Straight men.
Oh, I mean, I feel like everyone.
Once again, gay women come to the rescue and offer us men who have been denied the pleasure of the friendship.
We've been denied so much. The pleasure of friendship.
The pleasure of friendship with our fellow man. They're just all I'm saying is they're carrying a lot. They're carrying a lot of burden on their backs for us.
We are placing a lot on them, as usual.
Yeah. Women and men. But I guess that's why we're making this podcast.
Why is that?
So that men can be friends with each other again.
That's a lofty goal, but I think you're right there. I think that's...
But we're men and we're friends.
That is true. We are men. We are friends. Which, kind of rare these days.
No, that is like a skill. That is something we bring to the table. It's we are guys and we're actually good friends.
That's true.
And a lot of guys aren't good friends. And that's what makes a podcast. I feel like the best podcasts are we've got some guys who are friends. Not just two random guys. These guys are friends. And I really like listening to the Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast
Classic.
because it was just three dudes who are friends, just hanging out. And they're talking about the show, and that is interesting to hear them talk about it for sure. But really, they're just three guys who are friends, and that's entertaining. And it's I think we gotta take it because I bet a lot of guys like listening to podcasts with dudes who are friends because they're they don't have that in their life,
That's
and they
true.
want to hear that friendship happening, and so we need to help kind of fill that void.
I think that's
And so
obviously true.
So that these lesbians can fish and play Fortnite in peace without us having to bother them. You know what I mean?
That's true. I mean, lesbians, if you want to fish and Fortnite together, we can still be friends. But otherwise, we won't bother you. But like you said,
No, we can't. Yeah, no.
I will extend the olive branch. I'm here if you want. But
Wait, who are you extending the olive branch to?
to the masked lesbians who love Fortnite and fishing, I'm saying we would be probably great friends. I mean, because we just align on so many fronts.
Yeah.
We both
No, we would.
thrifting and vintage clothes and fishing.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yes.
But but to the hogs out there who are feeling lonely, maybe you're thinking, man, I want to assassinate someone or something like that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
True.
You can just listen to our podcast.
That's true.
You can listen to our podcast.
That is a good point. You know, maybe there are some hogs that we can take off the ledge a little bit and be like, listen, if you just open up your mind to be a bit more progressive, the world will bloom for you.
Yeah.
Your world will
You can be
bloom.
happy.
Yes.
Yeah, you can be a happy person.
There's
Happiness is
there's
possible.
hundreds of gay furry discords that you could just hop on and find friends immediately.
True.
If you just open your mind, if you open the door, you've
Open your mind, yeah.
you left them closed, and I think that just got to take that opportunity.
That's what this podcast is about. It's about opening doors.
Opening doors and taking a quick look at what's inside.
Yeah. You don't have to go in. You don't have to go in, but at least open the door.
That's true. I mean, I would like them to go in, but
No, go. Well, I mean, there's more than one door. Like open that door, be like, I don't want to go in that door, but then open another door and be like, I'm fucking going right in. Fucking dive right in that door.
as long as the door you're going through isn't like the Groiper door, just
Yeah, the Groiper did. Don't open.
Don't go.
Do not open. Do not open the Groiper door.
There's one viewer who thought about doing it. I'll do it.
Not open the Groiper door.
Amen. That's why we need to see more open-minded males on the internet, and less sheltered cave dwellers.
But the thing, I feel like a lot of the especially the most crazy people are like, oh, I am open-minded. I'm open. My mind is open to the possibility that the Jews control everything.
Best. That's freaking best, man.
Wow, your mind is so fucking open, bro.
Yeah, their mind is open to conspiracies.
The conspiracies, yeah.
Dude, their third eye is incredibly open.
No, their third eye is, bro. But it's like your third eye. Their third eye is like staring at the sun, though. Like you gotta look at some,
Bro, their third eye blind. And then you step down from that ledge, my friend.
I was trying to remember any lyrics by them, and I could not.
Oh, I know them all.
Thank you, my friends.
That's another thing masked lesbians and I both like. Dad rock. Third eye blind.
True.
That's right.
Dude, R.I.P. It just occurred to me that dad rock is like music from the '90s, and there was a time when it would not have been called dad rock because they weren't dads who were listening to it.
That is true. Do you think
And now they are?
Do you think that Alex G will be dad rock in the future?
Dude, I mean, he's so inspired by dad rock.
That's true.
I will say, I feel like your dad would maybe like Alex G.
I think
maybe listen to it.
There are
or
some Alex
dabble
G
in it a
songs
little bit.
he would like. I think he would not like the weird stuff, but I think he'd like some of the country, style stuff.
Yeah.
Americana.
Yeah. I feel like there are dads right now who would like
now.
that.
Yeah.
Right now.
See, in the 2000s. Wait, go ahead with that. No, I want to hear that one.
No. That's good. I completed that thought.
Okay. I was gonna say, I think dad rock in the 2000s and the 90s was like Steely Dan.
Yeah, and that is, to be fair, still dad rock. I guess now it's grandpa rock.
Steely Dan isn't okay. Well, we're not having kids. Don't let that far.
What do you
Maybe
mean? What do we have to have kids for?
because our dads, Steely Dan may be a Jason H,
yeah.
but for it to be grandpa rock, they had to have kids.
Music. Well, how can music from the '90s be dad rock if music from the '70s isn't grandpa rock?
I guess you're right, but I mean, we're assuming the kids who are 20 are having children, which
That's true. Okay, well, not 20-year-olds, but old dad rock. We call it old dad.
yeah, older dad.
There's old dad rock. There's new dad rock. Well, there's older dad rock, new dad rock. That's Alex G.
Okay, so then where does Bob Dylan fall into the spectrum? That's young
I guess
man
it falls
rock.
into all three categories. Young man rock. What does that mean?
Listen, I just think there's a lot to learn from what Dylan made. His legacy. There is a lot to learn from Dylan's legacy. Actually, there's
I mean, he's coming up with albums in like all of the years we're thinking of. So like but it is. I mean, would it even be considered rock necessarily? All of it, at least.
I listen to Maggie's Farm, and you tell me. Well, that's a niche reference. Can't do that.
Well, I mean, talking, proof that we're comedians. I do a pretty good Bob Dylan impression. But
is it good? I'm not impressed.
You're not impressed, you bastard. You fucking
no, it's not good, but like I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
Wait, just do it. Just do a little Maggie's Farm for us. I mean, no one knows that song. I'm like the only one who's probably listened to that under.
Yeah. It's like I feel like I've heard it before though. Somehow.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, it's something. I don't know the lyrics of the song at all, other than there's this part where it's like, Maggie's Farm no more! Dude, I just heard like 2 alarms go off in my headphones when I did that. I just set something off when that happened.
Bro, you probably blasted the mic so hard it broke or something.
And he's always like, Maggie's Farm that's just how Bob Dylan sounds. That's just how Bob Dylan sounds. He's like, Maggie's Farm.
I'll give you that. The intonation there was pretty good.
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, we probably hit about an hour of uneditable slop. So,
yeah.
I think that's more than enough for me to hack together into something that our future 10 subscribers by 7 or 8 months will maybe enjoy.
Let's hope so.
Be sure to like and smash that the like button. Smash
that subscribe button.
We need 10 subs by what's the 7th month? July. Write a comment about your favorite Skyrim NPC. I'd like to hear it. Yeah. Do you have any closing remarks?
All I'm saying is I'm not going to work on Maggie's Farm no more.
All right. Closing remark. All right.